Well, not how I wanted to start my 2025. I was just laid off. This is actually the first time I've ever been laid off, so I don't really know what to even do or how to process anything. I just dropped off my laptop.
All federal DEI hires have been put on paid leave. That, to me, is a win. A small win, but it might be the only win we get because you kind of can't force somebody in the private sector to do that. And if you ask me, we know the left by now. The DEI hires for private companies and private, positions of any kind, they're going to go through the roof. It's going to be virtue signaling and all this other bullshit, which is exactly why DEI hires are discriminatory.
The fact that a lot of white women thought that DEI meant minority or black people, that it didn't include them, is the funniest thing to me. Because white women are DEI hires majority of the time. They benefit from DEI initiatives.
The real F around and find out moment is here. A lot of people are looking at the black community thinking that we are the recipients and benefactors of DEI programs and affirmative action programs. And I know affirmative action is no longer, but whenever they hear the term DEI or they hear the term affirmative action, they look to the black community thinking that we are the benefactor.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing amazing, and I really do appreciate your love and support in this channel. So on our today's episode, we're looking at this video for 4th season in full effect, and guess who is on the hot seat? The palm-colored women. For years, we've been made to believe that diversity, equity, and inclusion was supposed to uplift the marginalized people. But guess who really cashed in? Not the black folks, not the people that needed it the most, but the palm-colored women who played the system and get to eat off the plate that was supposed to be about racial justice. And here is where it gets interesting. Now that the political tide is shifting and DEI programs being rolled back, I've seen a couple of voice women on social media and TikTok accounts sobbing after being fired from their works or after being laid off from their workplaces. And as to why I'm saying it's interesting is because most of these people that actually voted red, and especially the palm-colored women, is because they believe that DEI was only uplifting or only benefiting the black community and the marginalized people or communities that there are in the United States of America. But not knowing that DEI being rolled back after Trump did what he did on 21st January, that this is now affecting each and every other citizen in the United States of America, especially the women, because DEI really came to save the women, and not forgetting the palm-colored women. I want us to watch these videos together, guys. I would love you to tell me what your thoughts are on the comment section. I feel sorry for these people that actually, starting the year on a bad foot. It's not easy to get employment. It's not easy to go to a new job, get comfortable, and get used to it, especially at this era where employment is very hard to find. I'm really sorry for them, and I hope they'll get to find other jobs, or, they're gonna find a way out of this situation that they are in. But I would also love to know what your thoughts are on the comment section. Give this video a like. Every clip and every stitch that you'll be seeing on our today's episode, credit belongs to the original creators of these videos. If you're coming across this channel for the first time, my good name is Gracey D. Kindly consider subscribing to this channel. Give this video a like, and let's dive right ahead, and we'll come back with more commentary.
Well, not how I wanted to start my 2025. I was just laid off. This is actually the first time I've ever been laid off, so I don't really know what to even do or how to process anything. I just dropped off my laptop. It sucks the most because I seriously was only at this company for 2 months. I literally got this job in October and loved every single second of it. Unfortunately, the company was acquired and a lot of us were let go. nothing you can do about it, but it definitely sucks. I have no idea what I want to do. I don't know if I want to even keep working for a company or what. I got my real estate license back in early October. I'm like, maybe I should just pursue that. But I also really liked the idea of having like a stable income with a job. I'm also getting married this year and have lots of expenses. So yeah, I still know it's going to be a great year. Like, I'm truly trying to be positive. I know everything happens for a reason, but yeah, I guess we'll see what happens.
So I just got fired, or let go, terminated. Like, I didn't do anything. They just don't have the funds anymore, I guess. You know how it goes in tech. I was not familiar, but because this was my first tech experience, hopefully last. I do not like the constant layoffs and all. That's stressful. I'm in my parking garage because my roommate is working in our apartment right now. But yeah, so if anybody needs help with marketing, I like social media, I'm good at writing, I have a journalism degree, business minor, so I'm good with writing, social media, all that. I have references, I'm updating my resume as we speak. Yeah, so if anybody needs help, I am available as of today. I don't know what else to say, but I think I'm still kind of in shock. That was an interesting experience. I've never been like let go or terminated before, so this is new for me, but yeah, if anybody needs help, let me know.
So I heard a couple of hours ago now, since I've been trying to make this video for at least an hour, that all federal DEI hires have been put on paid leave. That, to me, is a win. A small win, but it might be the only win we get, because you kind of can't force somebody in the private sector to do that. And if you ask me, we know the left by now. The DEI hires for private companies and private, positions of any kind, they're going to go through the roof. It's going to be virtue signaling and all this other bullshit, which is exactly why DEI hires are discriminatory. It's not discrimination to not hire them. It is discrimination to be hired based on one aspect of yourself. I would not want to be hired or let go because I'm a woman or because I'm in a wheelchair. Judge me on my skill. It's just like Martin Luther King Jr. Judge me on my skill and my content and my character, and not any other identity politics thing, especially for a job that has zero to do with it. Zero. Now, I know federal employees are also being ordered to go back to work in the office, which, yay for taxpayers, because everybody pays for it, and they haven't been in the offices. But point being, if you call such and such to, I don't know, do whatever, like call, I guess, Social Security, Board of Elections, I don't know, DMV, whatever, post office, whoever you're going to call, Ghostbusters, you're not going to care who's on the other line. You're going to care if they can help you with your problem. So why is it okay for them to be hired based on anything other than that? I don't think they should be fired based on it either. They shouldn't be fired because they identify as an elephant lesbian. Who cares? Can you do your job? Like, the fact that people think it's discrimination to not hire people based on skill, we have such a problem in society. And yeah, this is a win, but I'm going to be speaking out continually about this because it's not over and it's never going to be over, because you can't control the things that happen in private companies or with one-on-one when you're hiring somebody. So we're going to all be virtue signaled against, and they're going to be hired for this, that, and the other. And part of me is like, you know what? Okay, I hope they are still good at the job and succeed, because if you're good at the job, I don't care what you identify as, you should be hired. Part of me wants them to epically fail so that the person that hired them can be like, oh shit, I should have hired somebody who actually had skill. That's all I have to say about that. This topic is never going to go away, and neither am I.
The fact that a lot of white women thought that DEI meant minority or black people, that it didn't include them, is the funniest thing to me. Because white women are DEI hires majority of the time. They benefit from DEI initiatives. So the fact that you would vote against your own interests and then get upset that this is happening to you is just like hilarious to me. What do you mean you didn't realize that you were the diversity hire? Like, you're a woman and you think that you have an equal playing field in this game as a white man? The fact that we have this program set in place stops companies from discriminating against you based off your gender. So I just don't understand why you would think that, oh my God, I'm in the same playing field as a white man, because you never will be. You actively voted against your rights to appease white men, and you're going to pay the consequences for that. DEI does not just mean black people. As a white woman, that also affects you. White women thought that DEI meant minority.
Everything she said is 100% yes, but I want to add on, why the fuck would it be okay, even if it didn't include them, you know? I guess I should say us, because, like, I'm also, like, a white woman, but, like, I didn't vote that way, so I don't want to be lumped in with that shit. But even if white women were not a part of DEI hires, what the fuck kind of mental gymnastics and mental illness does it take to have to look at this and be like, yeah, no, we don't need that. No, everyone doesn't deserve to have a job. Everyone doesn't deserve equal opportunities. No, we should leave that to the men. Absolutely fucking kills me, because I just, like, I don't understand how fucking abhorrent and disgusting do you have to be to just see people minding their own business, living their own lives, and be like, yeah, fuck that group of people in particular. For no fuck, for nothing? For what? Like, what does that get you? And my absolute favorite part of all of this shit is the fact that they are the fucking punchline, but these bitches don't even get the joke. Like, the time of fuck around and find out is absolutely upon us, and it's just so fucking unfortunate that everyone else has to find out.
The real F around and find out moment is here. A lot of people are looking at the black community thinking that we are the recipients and benefactors of DEI programs and affirmative action programs. And I know affirmative action is no longer, but whenever they hear the term DEI or they hear the term affirmative action, they look to the black community thinking that we are the benefactor. Now, here's some information for you. The number one recipient of DEI are white women. That is according to the U.S. Department of Labor. And others fall under that group, under the minority group, the ethnic minority. Number one recipient under that group are Latino and Hispanic Americans. Number two are Asian Americans. Number three are Native Americans. Number four, individuals with disability. Number five, veterans. Okay? And number six the LGBTQ plus community. And guess who comes last at receiving DEI benefits? Guess who comes last? That's right. Black Americans. Black people. Let me also say, you can do a Google search and you will see the primary benefactors of DEI programs are not only white women, but white men, white male CEOs. Those are the ones who have benefited the most from DEI initiative programs.
So yeah, guys, that is what's happening. DEI actually became a golden ticket for the palm-colored women. And the black folks always got the short end of the stick. Now we are seeing these women and other people panicking as the system that they benefited from is turning their back on them. So I did a video yesterday about black people actually boycotting Target and Amazon. And the reason as to why they are doing this is that most people said, in as much as DEI did not benefit black people, there were people that were actually getting benefits from this. There were people that it made it easy for them to get employment because of diversity, equity, and inclusion. And now these companies rolling back on these black people are saying, no, we've had enough. There is no way that we're going to invest in corporations, in companies or people that don't really care about us. Like, we cannot compare our ancestors fighting for our rights to money. And I saw black businesses begging black people not to boycott these companies because they have their products in this company, and I was actually feeling sorry for them. But when I saw some comments, people saying like, we cannot compare money with what our ancestors fought for and our dignity and our rights, then we have to boycott these companies. And I went on ahead after I watched a video of Dr. Uma that I have actually put on the last video that I did. You should check that video out if you haven't. So I decided to research, and this is actually on Google. It's not just because people are saying. I did my own research on who the diversity, equity, and inclusion was benefiting, and this is what I got to find out. The biggest beneficiaries of diversity, equity, and inclusion DEI initiatives have varied depending on industry, implementation, and focus. However, research suggests that the primary beneficiaries in corporate and academic settings have been, number one, white women. Studies show that white women have gained the most from affirmative action and DEI policies in hiring, promotions, and education. They have seen significant increases in leadership positions and corporate board representation. Many DEI programs focus on gender diversity, which often benefits palm-colored women more than racial minorities. And these initiatives were actually meant for the marginalized groups in the United States of America. This initiative was meant for black people in the United States of America after everything that they were facing for so many years, that people would get employment. I would go for an interview. Just because I'm melanated, I would not get job, even if it means that I'm qualified. They would pick another palm-colored person over me just because of my color. And this is why some of these initiatives actually came to help black people and other marginalized groups in the United States of America, and also people of color. Number two of the primary beneficiaries of DEI is corporations and institutions. Companies benefited from DEI by improving their public image and attracting diverse talent. Many organizations receive financial incentives, tax break, or government contracts for demonstrating diversity efforts. So these corporations that are actually rolling back on diversity, equity, and inclusion were actually getting all these benefits. But now with the new administration, they have to roll back on this DEI so that they get the benefits that this new administration comes with, which by it seems like with the new administration, if you have not rolled back on your DEI, or if you're not done with the DEI, you're not going to get any benefits that come with this new administration. And I guess that is why we're seeing so many companies actually rolling back on DEI. Yeah. So DEI initiatives often result in increased innovation and profitability due to diverse perspective. And now these are all the profits that Black people are actually saying, you know what, we're boycotting these companies. There's no way we're going to use our money in these companies or corporations or on people that don't really care about us. So number 3 of, the primary beneficiaries of DEI, people of color, but unevenly, in quotes, while Black, Latino, and Asian employees have seen some gains, the benefits have not been distributed equally. And these were actually the first people that were supposed to be benefiting from DEI. Black professionals in particular still face barriers in leadership and often experience diversity fatigue, being included but not truly empowered. Yeah, you get employment, you get, there's no time that, you would see most people getting promoted in these companies. You still remain on the same position from the first time that you got employment, probably not get any salary rise or any, these are the things that actually Black people are facing in some of these big companies. In some cases, DEI initiatives have led to backlash, tokenism, or performative actions that do not result in structural change. Number 4 is DEI consultants and professionals. The rise of DEI programs have created a booming industry for consultants, trainers, and HR professionals. Many have built other businesses around advising companies on diversity strategies, workshops, and compliance efforts. So yeah, guys, I actually saw and I've seen many people that I've come across on TikTok are actually, Black Americans who have, were actually teaching or advising companies on diversity strategies and also workshops and compliance efforts. And actually felt so bad when I saw this woman is that she was so much into helping people with disability and, the Black community and other marginalized people. But, her company had to lay her off after Trump actually said that every other company, and after him cancelling the executive order 11246, and all the companies had to follow that. I mean, it's the new administration, and I bet they have to follow what the administration is saying, because now look at a company like Costco, which is actually facing backlash from this administration because they are being told you have to explain as to why you don't want to roll back on DEI. You have to explain as to why you want to employ people because of race. They have to explain why they are going that route. And I failed to understand it because, I mean, this is the US where people get employment, or before DEI, people that are actually, better at what they do. People who've gone to school for these certain works or for certain jobs. People who are actually qualified will not get this job if they went to an interview with another palm-colored person, and that palm-colored person is not even, qualified. So this is what's happening, and Black people are like, we're going to boycott this. And as you've seen, even as the research says, it's always the palm-colored women that actually benefited from this. And some companies are actually laying off their workers because, they have to do away with DEI, and some of these people actually got their work because of this. I actually feel sorry for everyone that's been affected by this. And for people that actually voted for this, you actually getting this because you voted for. And it's sad that you have to drag the other people in your F around and find out error because you are just so mean and just self-centered, because you think some initiative or some programs or some policies are there benefiting other communities or benefiting the Black community, and you're like, no, why? They don't deserve that. And now they have to suffer with you. I don't know what you all think, guys, but yeah, that is what's happening. I'd love you to tell me what your thoughts are on the comment section. Thank you so much for watching up to this part, and until the next episode, don't forget to subscribe, and bye.